Hello, let's get ready to start lesson 10 or lesson 10, day 3. Make sure you get your name on your paper, and we're going to be working with picture graphs today. So, how do you make a picture graph to show the data in a tally chart? So you're going to be taking, well, actually you're not going to be taking turns. I am going to show you what I drew out of the bag so that you can fill in your cube chart with pictures. You are going to be making one smiley face for each cube that was drawn. Now, when I did the drawing, I found that I picked 2 blue cubes, 5 red cubes, 5 green cubes, and 4 orange cubes. These are the cubes that were drawn. You'll probably need to pause the video right here so that you can draw your smiley faces to show how many cubes were drawn from the bag for this activity. Always make sure that you look at your key. The key tells you that each cube stands for, or each smiley face stands for 1 cube. So that's the first thing that you're going to do. You probably need to pause the video long enough for you to be able to write that down and be able to fill in that first page. Then you're coming over to the next page, to the model and draw. Again, each picture in the graph stands for 1 flower. That's the key. So the key says that each one of those little ovals stands for 1 flower. You're going to draw the pictures to show the data from the tally chart. So here's your tally chart, number of flowers that were picked, and the names of the children who did the picking, Jesse, Inez, and Paulo. The number that Jesse picked was 3, and you can see over on the picture chart that we've drawn 1, 2, 3 ovals. Inez picked 5. You're going to need to draw 5 ovals to show this data. And Paulo picked 4. You'll need to draw 4 ovals to show what Paulo picked. This is to get you ready to be able to do the next problem, which is down below. You're going to use the information in this tally chart. Use the tally chart to complete the picture graph. So the information in this tally chart is coming over to the picture graph that you're going to draw, the same way you did up here on this picture graph. So the information from this tally chart goes to this picture graph. The information in this tally chart goes to this picture graph of favorite sandwiches. And the key down here at the bottom is telling me that each smiley face, which is what you're going to be using to draw this one, each smiley face stands for 1 child and 1 vote. Then you'll need to answer the questions about the information in the tally chart. Now, I am just going to remind you, I'm going to go back. Well, actually, I'm going to remind you on this one that if you have, just to make it easier for you not to have to go back and count, I should have done this in the first place. We did this yesterday, but I'm going to remind you that if Jesse had 1, 2, 3, it's easier if you record the information on the picture graph so you don't have to keep going back and counting. You should record the information on this picture graph after you've drawn your picture so it's easier to answer those questions. Then you're moving on to the next page, and you're going to do exactly the same thing. Use this tally chart to draw a picture graph of this next picture graph of the favorite fruit on this particular survey. And the key shows me that each smiley face stands for 1 child. Then you're going to need to answer the questions that have to do with this picture graph. And I'm going to remind you that when you know how many apples were chosen on this, that you put the actual number out to the side. That way you don't have to go back and continually count. Now, I'm going to tell you to be very careful on question number 8. It wants to know which 3 fruits were chosen by a total of 10 children. That question basically is asking how many kids took the survey. How many kids took the survey? Okay, then you're going to move on to the next page, which, by the way, happens to be, don't even fall over, but the mid-chapter checkpoint. This is a little mini quiz. You'll need to go through and answer the questions on the mid-chapter checkpoint. These questions go with this picture graph. They've already filled in the pictures for you. All you have to do is use the data to answer these questions. And you'll be answering question 1, 2, 3, and 4. When we go over your assignment, I will be going over this with you as well. So this is everything that you've learned up to this point about tally marks and pictographs. And then, of course, you're coming over to do the exit ticket on the, let's go ahead and go over so you can see. You are going to be going to the picture graph. This is the homework, and this, of course, is your exit ticket. So your exit ticket is going to be all of the problems on this page. So that would be figuring out the tally chart and the pictograph, transferring the data over, answering these 6 questions. Don't skip number 6. You also need to do number 6, where you look at the picture graph above and write the information that is shown in the graph. So you're going to tell what you learned from this graph down here on these lines. Then you're coming over to the last page of your excuse me, of your assignment. Excuse me, I'm having a frog in my throat this morning. Your exit ticket also includes problem number 1 with the number of rainy days in March, April, and May. Don't forget to look at your key. And then the last couple of questions are review questions. And you need to be answering question 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one right here, question number 4, if you have a centimeter ruler, in fact, I'm just going to help you out with this one because we didn't spend a lot of time. I'm going to place my centimeter ruler right on top of that little line segment so that you can see exactly how much that measures. I don't want to be on the inch side of the ruler because that would not give me an accurate reading. I want to be on the centimeter side of the ruler, so I'm going to put that right there for just a minute. So even if you don't have a centimeter ruler at your house, you can look at this centimeter ruler. Let's see if I can get that in a little bit closer, and you can see exactly how many centimeters long that little line segment is, or that little piece of string. Oh, I guess it's the length of string. So use a centimeter ruler. What is the length of the string to the nearest centimeter? So that should help you with that one. It's not that tough. And of course, you need to tell the value of the coins. And we will be correcting this part together. The exit ticket, of course, you will need to send to your teacher. So with that, I am going to tell you to go ahead and get started on your assignment for today. I will just remind you on that first one, in case you didn't get it written down, that there were 2 blue cubes that were drawn, 5 red cubes that were drawn, 5 green cubes that were drawn, and 4 orange cubes that were drawn. And with that, you are going to pause the video, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Are you there? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what you did, if that would be okay. So here's the key. On blue, you should have drawn, let's see, oops, I've got 3 there. That is not what I should have drawn. I did draw the right number, but I didn't count correctly. Uh-oh, it's always a good idea to go and double check your work. So I was supposed to draw 2 smiley faces to represent the 2 blue cubes that were drawn out of the bag. I was supposed to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smiley faces, which represents the red cubes drawn out of the bag. I also had 5 green cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each picture, if you'll remember, represents 1 cube. And of course, for orange, there were 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you successfully drew all of those pictures and showed the number on the outside, so if we were going to be asking any questions about this one, you would know how to quickly find those answers. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page. Here we go, the next page. At the top, you needed to transfer the data from the tally chart to the picture chart. Inez had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there are 5 tallies, and notice how I've put that out to the side. And Hollow had 4 flowers that they picked. 1, 2, 3, 4, with 4 out to the side. So if I was answering questions about that particular pictograph, I would be able to do that very easily. Now we're coming down to the favorite sandwiches. There were 5 cheese sandwiches. Each smiley face stands for one child who voted for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've written the number because I don't have much space there. I had to kind of squeeze it in there. There were 2 children that chose ham sandwiches. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 children that chose a tuna sandwich, and 1, 2, 3 children who chose a turkey sandwich. How many children chose tuna? Go back up to your pictograph and see that there were 4. And how many more children chose cheese? I went up to cheese, saw 5, than ham. This would be set up as a subtraction problem. 5 cheese sandwiches, subtract 2 ham sandwiches, says that there were 3 more children who chose a cheese sandwich compared to the 2 children who chose a ham sandwich. So that would be 3 more children who chose a cheese sandwich. Moving on to the next part, you are transferring your data from your tally chart over to your pictograph. There were 4 apples for favorite fruit that were picked by children. Remember that each one of those smiley faces represents one child who picked that particular fruit. Plum was 2, so I've drawn 2 smiley faces. Bananas were 5, so I've chosen or drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smiley faces, and oranges were 3. Therefore, I drew 3 pictures and wrote the number 3 out to the side, so it would be easy for me to answer the questions. How many children chose a banana? Come up to the banana and see that that was 5. And how many fewer children chose a plum? Plum was 2. Then a banana. Banana was 5. I didn't set this problem up very good. So 5 banana choosers, take away the 2 plum choosers, said that there was 3 fewer children who chose a plum rather than a banana. 3 fewer children, a subtraction problem, and I hope that you did very well on that one. Number 7, a little bit tricky. How many children chose a fruit that was not a plum? So I can't think about the plum. That one is not going to be in my consideration. So I'm thinking only about kids who chose something other than a plum, which would have been apple, which was 4, 5, which was banana, and 3, which was an orange. And then I need to combine 4 and 5 to get 9, and 9 and 3 to get 12. Therefore, there were 12 children that chose a fruit other than a plum. That's a little tricky wording, but I think if you practice it, you'll be able to get it. Which 3 fruits were chosen by a total of 10 children? Again, this is a guess and check. Sometimes you have to play around just a little bit. Guess some numbers, try it out, and see if it works. So guess and check. I was looking for quick ways to make 10, and I saw that I had 5 here, and if I added 2 and 3, that would give me another 5, and 5 would be 10. So a plum was 2, a banana was 5, and an orange was 3. 2 plus 5 is 7, and 7 plus 3 is 10. So there was a total of 10, oops, sorry, hang on just a second. So the fruits that were picked were the plum, a banana, and the oranges. 2 kids for a plum, 5 kids for a banana, and 3 kids for an orange, making a total of 10. Alrighty, now we're going to slide right along here. Here is the mid-chapter checkpoint. So we're going to use the picture graph to answer the questions, and we're talking about children's favorite seasons. And of course, each one of those smiley faces stands for one child's vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there were 6 who liked spring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 children who liked summer. 1, 2, 3, 4 children who liked the fall. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children who liked the winter. Which season did the fewest children choose? Well, that would be 4. I can also look at my picture graph to see that this one has the least number of smiley faces. or I could look at my numbers here and see which one is the least. They all match up with fall, so I said fall. How many more children chose spring than fall? Well, spring was 6 and fall was 4. 6 take away 4 children means that there were 2 more children who chose spring over fall. How many children chose a season that was not winter? So I don't get to count winter. I need to have 6 from spring. I need to have 8 from summer and 4 from fall. Adding those together, 6 plus 4 was 10. 10 plus 8 was 18 for a total of 18 children. How many children chose a favorite season? Well, I'm going to need to go back and see how many kids took the survey. There were 6 who said they liked spring the best, 8 who said they liked the summer the best. There was 4 that said they liked the fall the best, and there was 7 that said they liked the winter best. So if I add those together, 6 plus 4 is 10, 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 10 is 25. So there were a total of 25 children who chose a favorite season, and then you had to show those tally marks, or draw the tally marks to show this number, which would be a group of 5, a group of 5, 5, 5, 5, and skip counting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 5. Okay, then you are coming over, and remember that you're doing your exit ticket to send to your teacher as soon as we're finished with all of this. And this piece also goes to your teacher as a part of your exit ticket. The review part we're going to check right now. So Rita has one $1 bill, which I drew. She has 2 quarters, which I drew, and 3 dimes. What is the total value of Rita's money? $1 going up 25 puts me at $1.25. Going up another 25 put me at $1.50. Going up 10 more put me at $1.60. Going up 10 more put me at $1.70. Going up 10 more put me at $1.80. Okay, so now we have another money problem. Lucas had 4 quarters, which I have drawn, and 3 nickels, which I have drawn. How much money did Lucas put into his bank? 25 going up 25 puts me at 50. Up another 25 puts me at 75. Up another 25 puts me at $1. Going up a nickel, $1.05. One more nickel, $1.10. One more nickel, $1.15. I didn't quite have enough space to be able to write it on there when I did my counting, so you should have said that the total was $1.15. Now, I did show you where we were measuring on our centimeter stick, that there we had 0, 1 centimeter, and 2 centimeters. So hopefully you said 2 centimeters on this one. I know we've spent very little time doing measuring this year. Dang it, so I think we better get just a little bit in for sure. What was the total value of this group of coins? Well, a dime has a value of 10, a nickel has a value of 5, and a penny 1 and a penny 1. So 10 going up 5 puts me at 15. Going up another penny puts me at 16. Going up another penny puts me at 17. So make sure that you get your exit ticket finished and get that sent off to your teacher. And you, my friends, have a wonderful, wonderful day of learning.